Hey guys, it's RC Charlie. Today I'm going to be replacing a spur gear on the Rustler VXL. Now first, you're going to have to take off that little bolt and use a 7mm wrench to take off that bolt to get the tire off. Once you get the tire off, just pull it off once you get it loose. Then you're going to need the cover off for this next part. So you're going to have to use one of the hex screwdrivers. I'm not sure which one, but here, this is the one. And there's a little screw on the top. And that screw, well, there's another one, but that screw will help take off the cover to the spur gear. So yeah, there's the first screw at the very top between two other ones. Right there. Now it's loose. Take it out. I could see that that cover is falling off. Now you just gotta take this one little screw down there. It's in there. So you might need a long screwdriver. But once you get that loose, the whole cover's gonna come off. So you could see that my spur gear is stripped out. So the first thing you're going to do is take this 7mm hex screw again and put it right on that bolt right there, and just loosen it. You might have to hold it, and there's a little spring that'll unwind. Take the bolt off, take the spring, and take the whole spur gear off. So make sure you have everything. Now you're gonna need those little hex ones again. That goes into this one. Now this is the first screw. Now this is gonna help take out the pads, because it doesn't come with the pads, but you can just put these pads on the other one. But yeah, this one's stripped out. So I got that first one loosened up on my second. And they're pretty easy to take out. Now that one's loose, take that one out. I'm gonna go back to the first one and take that out too. Now on to the last one. Now you're gonna take everything out of that one and then put in the other one. So now that the last one's out, it's hard to take that. There's something in here that you need to take out. I used a little screwdriver. So I took a flathead and I kind of just pried it out here. I'm getting my flathead. Now, I'll show you in a minute, but it's kind of hard to film right here. So I got that piece out. Now I need to get the bearing out. That slides out. Now, put those down somewhere you can find them. And then take your new spur gear. Now you can get an upgraded one, but then it'll strip out the rest of your transmission. So it's a little $3 piece for the plastic one. So just get the plastic one. It's much more expensive to replace your transmission, because it'll strip out if you get the metal one. So take the little bearing, push it in there, make sure it's centered. Gotta really push it in here, but yeah, get it centered. It's easier to go through the top, and then make sure it's even through the bottom. Now you can fit the little thing with the pads on Make sure those little screw holes line up with the screw holes in the spur gear. It's lined up. Now you're going to need to make sure that everything's even and put on right. Now you might just need to hand screw these screws on first, because it's going to be hard just because everything's going to fall out. So yeah, hand screw the little ones first. And it takes some time to screw them up, but definitely make sure you tighten it enough. Now, see in there, we're going to put it back in there, but I'm trying to find the right screw here. Here we go. Now, it helps if you put the spur gear away from the pinion gear a little more, but now that I have this screw put in a little more, I can tighten it. And this is just to hold down the pads and the bearing. So make sure you have everything in there. If you want to, you can replace the bearing, but you really shouldn't have to unless you've been running in water a lot, which I haven't. I will. So make sure you're getting tightened enough. I've got probably 6 spur gears, which was probably like 20 bucks so far, but definitely don't get the upgraded one. It's just gonna strip everything out. And here's our last screw. Getting tightened in there. Now that it's tightened, make sure it's really tight. But now that it's tightened, you can look and make sure everything is tight. Now that panel might need to be put back on because it might have gotten loose when you take it off. Slide it back on. Make sure it turned with the motor and pinion gear. Yes, this needs to be slid over a little, but that shouldn't be a problem for you. So here, take the little spring. Doesn't matter which way you put it on the pinion gear before you put that bolt on. Now that bolt you can put right on over the spring with a 7mm wrench, just like you did when you took it off, and tighten it up real nice. You're going to have to hold it again to tighten it. And so after you get that tightened, you can put the cover back on. It's on there. So after you do that, put the cover back on. Make sure it's nice and tight. And you just reverse that and put the cover back on. And then it's all done. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.